I'm going to be talking about grief and how to get back to the things that you once enjoyed doing and the freedom that also has come from doing this exploration. So, as you know, I have been sharing history and information as it relates to diversity, equity, and inclusion in health and wellness spaces as well as healthcare spaces. And I created the course, The Medicine is in the Story, as well as a teaspoon of medicine. And I spoke about how, in the process of creating this course, one of the things that I have been thinking a lot about is learning how to get curious about myself and asking myself questions about what do I enjoy? Do I really enjoy this work? Is it something that I want to continue to do? Why or why not? But in the process of doing that, I realized, as I mentioned before, a lot of the information was gone or deleted or redacted, but also it made me realize the power systems that are often at play in various organizations and how that really stunts your growth, your development, and your desire to keep going to a point where you very well may feel like this ain't for you no more. Like, I don't even want to do it. I don't like it. I'm not passionate about this. I don't care. It's whatever. And I realized in the process of creating that, A, I do love this because at my core, advocacy is very important, but it also comes with grief of recognizing how that creativity was taken from me because you are always on your toes and you're trying to figure out what's next. And you know that people don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. So how do you maintain those boundaries and maintain your mental health? And I'm gonna just keep it 110% with you. Sometimes you just say F this and you need to move on and you have to do your own thing. And you can do that in tandem with what you have going on, but it's really important to interrogate ourselves about what's really important. Why does this matter to me? What will I gain from it? And sometimes if joy is the thing that you gain from it, great. But I often have found that people who state that they want to learn more about the subject matter that I do teach, they don't realize how much goes into doing that, because we often forget about intergenerational trauma. We often forget about epigenetics. And when you are having to explore and explain, define, and discuss all of these things, it does something to you and you require downtime and time to process what you are providing information on. So I often chuckle when people are like, I want to know more. I want to know more. Great, pay me then. Yeah. And as soon as you say that, people will tend to backpedal. And then all of a sudden, either they don't have the budget or suddenly they can't afford it. And that is a part of that grief. It's the I'm constantly putting in labor, but you are not compensating me for said labor. And I know I mentioned sometimes you can get joy out of said thing, but when someone presents a packaged item to you, and this is just in general, and then they want more on top of that, or if you provide any type of service, even if it's advice, you're still giving your time. Like, this can apply to so many things. And I remember a video where someone was talking about how they were going to start invoicing their friends for giving them advice and doing all the things. It's no different. I think we don't recognize the value of our time, and I would really encourage people to explore that. And if you are no longer feeling or reaping the benefit of providing your intellectual property and that support, then perhaps it might be time to move on. But I also want to encourage you to take time to allow yourself to be creative. Color, draw, dance, get out in nature, go to a park, do something that gives your brain the space to just be. We are literally human beings. We are not human doings. But somehow we turn into that, and somehow hustle culture has convinced us that we can't enjoy the things that we're doing. We can't have hobbies. We can't love what we do, and it has to come at some type of expense. And I'm releasing myself from that. I just am. But just in case someone is out there and you're trying to figure out what's the point? Do I like this? Do I not like this? I really want to encourage you to just sit down and just write out what are the things that you love? What are the things that you hate doing? Why don't you like it? And what could you be doing instead? And it's a lot to process. It really is. But I promise you, it is worth it. And you will really start to, as you go through that process, you will develop a confidence because you have learned to really and truly recognize the time, energy, and effort that you spend in things. And you will not allow people to just dilly-dally and come in and out of your life and waste your time. Even if they are just asking a question or trying to get advice, just remember, your time is valuable, and now this season is about reclaiming your time.